This is how I make shrimp dishes using Costco Easy Peel shrimp. These are simple, flavorful, and just perfect for the summertime. We're making a shrimp roll, a Mediterranean shrimp salad, and shrimp tacos. First, we're starting with the shrimp roll. I'm going to prep the vegetables first. I'm taking 1 celery stalk and dicing it into small pieces. You want it small enough so it blends nicely into the shrimp mixture. Next, I'm cutting some chives. Now, let's cook the shrimp. I'm cooking the shrimp with lemon butter, which already sounds like we're making a good decision today. Make sure to cook all sides of the shrimp evenly. Shrimp cooks pretty quickly, so don't walk away and start scrolling on your phone. This is not the time. Once the shrimp is fully cooked, I'm going to set it aside for a minute. Now, I'm cutting the bread in half, and then I'm spreading butter on top. We're going to bake it in the oven for a couple of minutes on both sides until it gets warm and slightly toasted. While the bread is getting ready, let's go back to the shrimp. I'm dicing the shrimp into smaller pieces so it's easier to mix and easier to eat in the roll. In a bowl, I'm adding the diced celery, chopped shrimp, salt, pepper, and some lemon zest for that fresh flavor. Then, I'm adding about 1/4 cup of mayo. This is what brings everything together and gives it that creamy shrimp roll texture. Now I'm adding the chives, and here's the little flavor upgrade. I'm adding some of the shrimp butter from the pan. This gives it a deeper, richer flavor. Now mix everything really well. That's pretty much it. Super easy. Now I'm adding the shrimp mixture on top of the toasted bread. And there you go, a creamy, buttery shrimp roll with a fresh little crunch. So simple and just perfect for a summer lunch. Next, I'm starting with the salad dressing first because I like to let the dressing sit in the fridge for a little bit. It gives the flavors time to come together. For the dressing, I'm adding 3/4 cup of olive oil. Then I'm adding fresh lemon juice. I'm using about 2 lemons. I'm adding 1 clove of fresh garlic. Fresh garlic makes a big difference here, so don't skip it. Now I'm adding 1/4 tablespoon of Dijon mustard for tangy kick. Then I'm seasoning with salt and pepper. Once everything is mixed, I'm storing the dressing in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Now let's cook the shrimp. I'm adding oil to the pan and cooking the shrimp. Then I'm seasoning the shrimp with salt, pepper, and a little garlic powder. Once the shrimp is cooked, I'm setting it aside. Now I'm cutting the lettuce into thin slices. I like slicing it thin because it makes the salad easier to eat and gives it a nice texture. Next, I'm cutting 2 small cucumbers into smaller slices. Then I'm cutting the cherry tomatoes in half. After that, I'm thinly slicing the red onion. Red onion gives the salad a little sharpness and color. Now I'm cutting the Kalamata olives in half. Then I'm placing all of the ingredients into a bowl. Next, I'm adding cheese. I'm using fresh Cotija cheese. It's not the most traditional Mediterranean cheese, but it works really well here. Now I'm putting the shrimp on top. And finally, I'm drizzling the salad dressing over everything. This salad is so fresh, bright, and filling, but it still feels light. Now, for the last dish, we are making shrimp tacos. First, we're going to marinate the shrimp. In a deli container, I'm adding 7 raw shrimp. Then, I'm seasoning them with garlic powder, Szechuan seasoning, 1 clove of fresh garlic, olive oil, salt, and pepper. I'm using 1 teaspoon each for the seasoning. Now I'm placing the shrimp in the fridge overnight so it can marinate and soak up all that flavor. I'm cutting the red cabbage into thin slices. This gives the tacos a fresh crunch and a beautiful color. Next, I'm using half an avocado. Now I'm adding oil to a hot pan and cooking the shrimp. I'm also warming up the tortillas. Now I'm placing all of the ingredients onto the tortilla. Then I'm adding my favorite Cotija cheese. To finish, I'm adding some chipotle mayo and fresh lime juice on top. And that's it. Easy shrimp tacos with creamy avocado, crunchy cabbage, smoky chipotle mayo, and that fresh lime on top. Let me know which one you would try first, the shrimp roll, the salad, or the tacos. See you in the next video.